Hello and welcome into today's edition of the Arizona State Sun Devils Insider Podcast. My name is Kevin Hickson. I'm your lead beat writer for the Arizona State Sun Devils on SI, and I'm so grateful to be joining you once again today. We are about 20 hours away from Arizona State opening up their home stretch, their two-stretch game at home in the midst of Big 12 play. Tonight it is against, as of the dropping of this recording, is against the West Virginia Mountaineers. Sun Devils come into the game losers of six of their last seven, while the Mountaineers have started out 3-2 in Big 12 play. Uh, the Sun Devils are coming into this game with their NCAA tournament hopes really resting in the balance. I don't feel great about their chances of getting to where they want to go uh, in March right now. There's always a chance. I really do believe that there are games that they can stack wins in, particularly this West Virginia game, Cincinnati on Saturday, Colorado, two games against Utah, and then road games against Baylor and TCU, plus potentially an opportunity to secure a season-defining upset. But the West Virginia game is really the first big opportunity for Arizona State to get a footing back on their season. I thought that it was heading that way with that game against Arizona, which really showed a display of true heart, resilience, and grit. They followed it up with the 30-point loss to Houston, which I can't fault them too much for that. I've been saying it for months that Houston, I believe, is the best team in all of college basketball, not just in the Big 12. But right now, all things aside, Arizona State is given about a 4% chance to reach the NCAA tournament, according to metric site team rankings, and the stark contrast between 18 and 19 wins for their tournament case is really marked. I believe they have about a 32% chance to make it if they're at 18 wins, and if there are 19 wins, it's about 82%. So really, it feels as if this game is now or never for Arizona State. There are things that Bobby Hurley is going to have to figure out. He's going to be without Marcus Adams for yet another game, as the Sun Devils ruled him out on Tuesday night's player availability report. That will leave the wing position once again very fragile and vulnerable. And I can't say that I love that against West Virginia's very lanky, very disruptive group. And I think that that reflects in ESPN BPI's metrics as they predict that the Sun Devils will only have about a 33% chance to secure victory, compared to obviously 67% for West Virginia, even at a home game. Betting markets are a bit more favorable to Arizona State. The Sun Devils are considered 1.5 point favorites according to DraftKings. Some of those factors might be the offensive engine that Arizona State has proven to be playing at home. West Virginia having really, I mean, traveling is a big deal. I still feel good about Arizona State winning, and we will talk about that briefly at the end. But West Virginia and Arizona State's going to make for a very, very fascinating battle. West Virginia and Arizona State, I don't think there could be more contrasting styles between the two teams in terms of the way they win games, their identity on the court, and the play style that they come out with. West Virginia is a really, really disruptive defensive team. They have a lot of lanky forwards and big men that really cause a lot of issues. Um, they average about 7 steals per game, and they have one player in Honor Huff that really has caught my attention. Uh, I watched Honor Huff a little bit at Chattanooga. Didn't see a lot of him, but saw enough to say, "Wow, this kid can really shoot." And his shooting from his three-point marksmanship has taken an even greater step forward as a senior. His percentages are down a little bit this season, but the fact that he averages high shooting volume from behind the arc, 7.5 shooting, 7.5 three-point attempts per game for his career in 121 career games. Made has made three of them per game. That's 39.5% from three. He's shooting 39.5% this season on almost 10 attempts per game. That's just absolutely absurd. That shows that he is one of those players that can really change the game in an instant. He's approaching 2,000 career points, which is very rare for players. He shoots 83% from the free throw line, 1.2 steals per game. Even though he's 5'10", he really plays passing lanes incredibly hard. And he's going to be a player that has the potential to really shift the paradigm uh, tonight. And one of the other players I really wanted to talk about was Jasper Floyd. He followed Ross Hodge to West Virginia, and that's another thing. West Virginia had a strong season last year, really tailed off near the end of the season, but still they went 19 and 13. They did lose to Arizona State, but Darian DeVries had a really promising foundation. He ended up leaving for Indiana. Ross Hodge comes from North Texas to Morgantown, brings a couple of his players with him, and Jasper Floyd has been a regular starter in his rotation again this season. He averages 7 points per game, 3 rebounds per game, 3 assists per game, 2 steals per game, shoots 45% from the floor, 39% from three, had a 25-point showing in his first game for West Virginia. He's really just one of those players that you want on your team as a steadying force. Uh, Real consistent, just a pro's pro. And Arizona State has to watch out for this West Virginia defense. I know that the Sun Devils, as I said, will be without Marcus Adams Jr., so they have a gap at the wing positions once again. Um, I don't have a huge concern about the Sun Devils underperforming against this West Virginia defense as they have overperformed against pretty much everyone, including Houston. I do wonder how Masama Job's going to hold up. He does have size and athleticism advantages over West Virginia's bigs for the most part, but those bigs are very relentless, have very high motors, and motors that can match Masamba. I'd like to see what happens there. I'd like to see what happens with Pig Johnson. Does he serve as that spark plug sixth man that gets to the free throw line? Does he settle for jumpers like he did against Houston? I have faith that he will be that player that really catalyzes shot attempts at the rim, that really opens things up for his teammates as usual. I think that he's going to have a huge game, possibly even a game that reinforces that he's should be the sixth man of the year in the conference. I think that Noah May Houston is really going to be a player of interest in this game. He's really come around as of late, and Mo Odom, obviously, in a game against a defense that's as physical and as tasking as West Virginia, you need to have a steadying presence, and Mo Odom is just that. Ultimately, I think Arizona State is going to come through with a victory. I think that the firepower is going to test West Virginia in a way that they haven't been tested much so far this season. And that makes me feel confident about the Sun Devils, whether that's cliche or not. I I don't know. Uh, until then, Arizona State against West Virginia, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Uh, Tip-off will be at, I said 7 p.m. It will be broadcast live on streaming app Peacock, and I will be at the game live to cover it for each and every one of you. Until then, thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of the Sun Devils Insider podcast, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.